So story time, personal story time. So I was in a relationship for 7 years with someone that was African. Okay, not that that matters, but I'm giving you context. So the culture is kind of like family and, accepting the woman's kids as his own. Okay, even though we're not married, accepting the kids as his own. So we're together for 7 years and we break up. I end the relationship, like it's not going anywhere, so I'm gonna end it. So I ended the relationship. So of course, it took me a little bit of time to like be cordial and because I still want him to be involved in the son's life. I don't want to alienate that relationship. I want to foster the relationship. So I eventually move from my home state to a different state, and the drive is about 8 hours. So we started meeting halfway so that he could still have a relationship with his son, especially like the summertime, stuff like that. So I am driving to meet him halfway, and he's always bringing this little girl. And then my son would come back home and he's just like, oh, my sister, blah, blah, blah. And I'm trying to explain to him, because at the time he was young, I'm trying to explain to him, technically it's not his sister. Even the father is saying, oh, it's, my girlfriend's daughter, kind of how I did with your older kids. I accepted them as my own, which he did, right? He would always introduce them as his kids. Okay, that's fine. I understand that, but I'm trying to explain to my son that just so he won't be confused, because I didn't want him to be confused. Well, I guess the only one that was confused was me, because after him, he keeps saying this. I'm like, something clicked to me and said, that's why sometimes you have to listen to yourself. Something clicked in me and said, Google his name. Because he was going so hard. He was like, getting pissed off because I'm, trying to explain this to my son. And so I Googled his name, and I'm just kind of like, his name pops up. What? So I look in the state that I moved from, they actually list the births and the mother and the father. Yeah, you know where I'm going.